My name is Dorcas Bigbace Okobi. I have a son, my first, and I'm married. I run my own business. Law has always been interesting to me. However, while studying law back in university, my second year, I fell on hard times in the sense that I blew all my money and my dad had traveled and I couldn't reach him. I still don't know when I'll get in touch with my father. So I said, okay, divide the money. I was watching Food Network that period. I said, oh, I can try what they're doing. And I took half of the money, went to the shop, bought some things, and started practicing. Obviously, the first few tries were horrible. And before I knew, I started becoming better at it. Long and short, my father came back. The money he gave me for pocket money, I used part of it to start a muffin business back in Ghana. And it really grew. From muffins, I kept watching Food Channel, and that's kind of pushed me to the next level. I'm like, okay, let me just try this. And by the time I finished school, I told my folks that I want to study cake. And they're like, are you okay? Is something wrong with you? You understand? Okay, when you finish with law school, anything you want, you can do. I know it was just a trick to send me to law school, which I did finish with law school. I was like, you promised, and they're like, okay, no problem, do what you want to do. You understand? And a lot of people discouraged me. Like, how can you leave law? You have such a bright future with law. You can do this, you can do that. Well, I'm like, for some reason, I have this urge, like if I don't satisfy it, I won't be complete. I have to study cake. I have to know it. So it took like a year before I finally went to culinary school. But while I was still in Nigeria, when I came back to Nigeria, I kept baking and selling out, and I saw that people really liked my cake. I was like, so it's a good thing I go to culinary school. At first, when we started, I will come to work every day. Nobody will walk in. But 6-7 months later, one person will come in, another person, then one person comes in, like, I really like your cake, will now refer me as far as, oh, I have a sister in London that is coming in. I told them about your cake, please do their traditional wedding cake. So basically, word of mouth helped me because I did a lot of flyers, but let's be honest, I found out that flyers don't really go. But in this business, mainly word of mouth, because someone will have to have tasted your cake to be like, it really tastes good and she's good with design. Give her anything, she can do it. I can attest to that. And because they trust that person, or because they're close with that person, or they've seen your cake during that person's event, they are confident enough to come back. And that's how the words keep spreading. In cake design, the creative part of it is that what we do is take your idea, put it together and see, can it work? It's almost like architecture, mathematics, everything joined together, because you have to get the proportion right, you have to get the design right, and at the end of the day, it has to come out, if not close enough or exactly as what your client wants. Most of our sugar works have to dry. So in the process of drying, you have to run your gen if there's no light, and most of the time there's no light. So that was another challenge because you end up spending so much, and factoring that into your price list is also very challenging because customers are like, oh, you're too expensive. There are names that are already stuck in Nigerians, their head, Lagosians. So you have to work extra hard, no matter how good you feel you are. They don't know you, so you have to work extra hard and get the word out there. If it means you doing sample cakes and just sending out to companies, to people, try out this, try out that. This is our name, this is where we are. So it's extra work, social media and all that. So those are just a few challenges here and there. Our menu consists of what we call regular cakes, celebration cakes, which are the normal vanilla cake, chocolate, red velvet, and all. Then we now have specialty cakes. We have carrot cakes, we have white cakes. Each cake have what goes better with them. We are basically cakes and pastries, French pastries. They say if you're a Rome, act like a Roman. So we had to introduce meat pie, chicken pie, and the Nigerian kind of donuts infused with the foreign one that you have the cream puffs inside and all. It can be scary when you're spending so much money or so little money and you feel you're not getting anything or much in return. It's like, can my business stay afloat? So it's like, oh my God, please help me. You understand? I need you to direct my steps. Secondly, before you even start any business, you have to have your business plan. For staffing, you get to meet people, you will change staffs. Once in a while, good ones come along. You have to be patient. Tolerance, it's key. You have to learn how to tolerate. Family, friends, you need people to encourage you because there are times where things will be slow. It happens in all business. You don't just enter business and voila, you've made all the money in the world. It might take a few months, it might take years. That period is called a trying time. And at that point, you need those people around you that can say, I know you can do it, things will get better. Just keep pushing, who believe in you. That is very necessary too. Thank God I have a very understanding husband. It's not easy, but you have to know how to manage it. You have to be a planner, you understand? I want to be known as the cake artist. If you're looking for amazing tasting cakes with some crazy designs, you know where to go to Infusion Cakes. I'm looking to have a training school. If where you are you feel you're not productive enough or they're not utilizing you, which is some of the challenges we face as women, because oh, she's a woman, she can't do this one. If you finally want to go into something else, a business, let it be a business that you really want to do. Let it not just be, oh, let me just have a shop, because a lot of people have that problem. If we say we're better than men or we can do what a man does, obviously, it should be seen as strength, not as an excuse. Always be focused on your goal, on your end result. Where do you really want to be? You have to have a target, you have to be focused. I'm hustling to make sure that I get what I desire. You understand? I want everything to matter. So, in a nutshell, I am a hustler.